What's up guys, Coach Abraham here, checking in with Arma's Strength and Conditioning. You've seen my top 7 series for the core, the legs, and injury prevention. Today we're gonna be going over the top 7 glute and hamstring exercises. After this video, you're gonna have a lot more exercises in the tool bag to strengthen your hamstrings and glutes to create the best possible routine and to increase your sports performance and to maximize that transfer onto the pitch. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Yeah, top of the morning, I know that you thought I was dormant. Woke up early from shots that was swarming the block.
All right guys, the first exercise from the list is one that you probably already do. You've seen all over social media. This is done at the pro level, the amateur level, the Nordic curls. And there are a bunch of progressions. Not everybody is able to go all the way down fully, so we're gonna go over just a couple progressions for the Nordic exercise. So this first progression right here, this is gonna be your standard eccentric focused Nordic curl. Obviously after this one right here, it's gonna be pulling yourself back up. So the way that we work on these reps, you want to keep these at 5 total reps, focusing, I like to go 5 seconds on the way down. If you are implementing the way up, I'm not gonna go as much time. I may go maybe 3 seconds and I'm still gonna be going 5 reps. 5 reps is where you want to cap it out at. After 5 reps, we can begin to grab some load, right? Something like this, a plate, a dumbbell, and that's how we're gonna now add and increase the intensity as we do the Nordic curl.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So again guys, as you just saw, that's gonna be the top progression right there. After that, to decrease the intensity, we can utilize this right here, and we're gonna use this to provide some assistance with our hands. Obviously, the more that you utilize your hands, the easier that this exercise is gonna be. We can go into a razor curl. We're gonna bend at the waist and we are gonna go down over here. This is gonna decrease the lever and thus making this much easier. If you want to see a full progression on this, check out this video right here that I already have on my YouTube channel. The interesting thing about the Nordic curl is that people believe that it's an injury prevention only type exercise, when in reality, it's another hamstring exercise that can be used as an accessory on top of your RDLs and everything else that you're going to see here. The next exercise on the list is a single leg RDL, and I'm going to be showing you all the different types of variations for intensity, all the way from beginner to more advanced. So the first one, we're going to begin with a dumbbell. We are going to bend at the knee, soft bend, and we're going to hinge through the waist. We are going to go down, push straight up, soft knee, go down, and then straight up. A couple cues about this one right here. The knee has to be soft. As I am going down, notice that the dumbbell is gonna go down my shin. My back stays nice and flat. I don't wanna have no turtle shell as I go down. And again, just here. And on the way up, this is the missing piece right here for a lot of people. Push through the waist, right? So because the hip is pushing, this is a hip dominant exercise. So you need to make sure that on the way up, boom, we are pushing up, even with those heavier loads. So for people who can't keep that back flat, there are a couple ways to go about that. I'm gonna show you one, and check it out right here. So I'm gonna put this on my foot, and I am not gonna leave it, and I am not gonna bend my knee up. Okay, so this is preventing me from flexing at the knee. So we're gonna go here, and as I go down, I keep tension on this, and this is gonna force me. If this falls down, it means I didn't have enough tension between my foot and my hand. So use that as feedback. You're gonna go down, and this is gonna allow me to and teach me to keep that back flat and hinge all across. Because what a lot of people start doing as well is something like this. So people start going back, 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 and they kind of leave their leg like this versus keeping it up here. So this is gonna allow you to keep that position, boom, and perform this good. And as you saw, good hip extension. If you have the strength, you are gonna go into a barbell single leg RDL. Same thing, going down, have good balance, boom, that's one leg. Hook. Bending through the waist, boom, exploding and pushing through the hips. Up next, we're gonna be going on to some Physioball Leg Curls. I'm gonna show you we can do it 2 legs or 1 leg, depending on the type of intensity that you're going for. The standard one that I teach everyone, we are actually gonna take it a step further and add a glute bridge. We're gonna go butt up, we are gonna go all the way down, back in, butt down, glute bridge, out, and back in, and here. To take this a level up, we are gonna go up, we are gonna 1, 2, 3, place leg, bring it back in right here. 1, 2, 3, place the leg, bring it back in. 1, 2, 3, leg back in. 1, 2, 3, leg back in. As you can see, if you do go single leg, more stability is required, and that may be a limiting factor to you. Again, choose the intensity where you can do the exercise right and where you can work the muscles properly. The last progression, the most intense one, we are gonna go, and I like to utilize my elbows for a wider base of support. So we're gonna go here, all the way back, and then in. All the way back, and then in. Notice that my butt stays up at all times and it's not going down. That's gonna be a big mistake I see people doing, where we go out and then as we bring it in, our butt starts to go down and we lose that hip extension and that glute isn't activated anymore. So again, we're here, out, and then in, out, and then in.
If you want to train like a professional footballer, check out my Ultimate Footballer plans. And if you want something more custom and specific to you, I offer custom plans. This is the plan that my pro footballers use. I've been privileged to work with some amazing professional footballers like you're seeing right here on the screen. If you want something more tailored to you to get you ready, whether it's off season, preseason, in season, guys, that's going to be the plan for you.
Up next, very similar to the Physioball curl, except we are going to be utilizing sliders. And very similar, we're going to go all the way here, bring it in, glute bridge up, all the way out, boom, and here. Notice that I am extending and locking out my knees before I bring it back up. After that, we are gonna focus on just a single leg eccentric. So we're gonna be going butt up, 1, 2, 3, 4, butt goes down, and then back in. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, butt goes down, and then in. This is gonna be the precursor to going a full single leg slider curl, because a lot of people do not have that strength to bring it back in. A lot of people may also cramp up on the Nordic curl, on this one here, on the Physioball curl. I haven't seen it as much on the Physioball curl, but because you are producing forces in positions or angles that your body isn't used to, and that's normal. Let the cramp pass, try it again, or if not, lower the intensity by going into one of the lesser progressions. The last progression, like I said, we're gonna go up, all the way out, maybe 2 seconds, and then we bring it back in. 1, 2, lock out, and then in. 1, 2, and then in. Again, this is gonna be the hardest progression we do. Up next, we're gonna go into a shoulder elevated single leg glute bridge. This one is gonna be more glute dominant, still gonna target the hamstrings, but again, more glute dominant. Let's begin by how to get on. So the biggest mistake I see is people going into their elbows like this. That's not what we want to do. We want to first put the upper back / shoulders into it, right? So from here, then I can put my hands out, one leg, I'm going to drive my hips down, tap, boom, squeeze. Control on the way down, boom, squeeze. The next progression after that, we can begin to utilize load. And the exact same, we are going to go down, tap, boom. We are gonna descend, control, tap, and then squeezing at the top. The last progression, if you got it like that, if you have that strength, we're gonna utilize a barbell and even add load as needed. And same thing, control, tap, we go up in the air. Control, tap, up in the air and squeeze. That's it. Up next, the single leg glute bridge sprinter pose. So this is an exercise that mimics those sprinting positions. This is also an isometric. An isometric typically is less intense as a full dynamic exercise, but you'll see whenever you go into this one, especially when you add load, oh, it's gonna be tough. And this is how we do it. We are gonna have a very slight bend on that knee, just like this. We are gonna rise our hips up and my butt is up, my low back is up, and I'm just gonna hold this position for the prescribed reps. Again, very simple, and whenever we switch, just like this, I just like to mimic that position, holding that position. If you feel shaking, that is very normal. That is your body's way of just fighting through it, all right? The way that we add load, we can use a dumbbell. If you're very strong, we can go a barbell. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. And we are gonna hold that position like this, again for the prescribed time. And for this one, you will notice that the time that is prescribed is gonna be less. If we are going 20 seconds and you're doing a body weight and it's easy, you need to start adding load to increase the intensity, and that's how you progressively overload. You wanna, for this exercise specifically, you wanna add load versus increasing time. All right, we made it. The final exercise is a glute bridge walk. This one is gonna be, you're gonna be holding an isometric position in different positions as you walk through, as you can see on the screen right now. We're walking it. My butt is never gonna touch the floor. And then I go back up here, go down, up. Walk it, legs almost fully extend. Probably gonna go into a 90-95% full knee lockout. And this one is very simple. I don't typically do it, but you can also add load like any other exercise. The programming, you're not gonna be doing 7 of these exercises in one session. I typically like to go a max of 2, whether I'm doing a full body or I am doing a hamstring glute emphasis type workout. Because again, you are a footballer and you have so much running, sprinting, team training, individual training. You're doing a lot of things. So it's our job to not have a full-on bodybuilding type hamstring bodybuilding focused gym session, because that is a lot of volume and that will lead to injuries. We want to reduce the amount of volume we do in a single session, and we can spread that across with higher frequency. So maybe we go twice in the week, 3 times in the week to minimize that soreness and enhance recovery and performance. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content here, check out my other videos. And if you wanna be part of a community where we talk everything performance, where I answer all your questions as far as scheduling, speed guides, everything, exclusive content that you will not find on YouTube, that we are active every single day to provide you the value that you need. So save yourself the headache, allow me to do the work for you, and so you can just focus on training hard, focus on being a footballer to get you that pro contract or whatever your goal may be. If you want specific plans online, guys, check out my custom plans or the programs I have on my website, and I'll see you guys on the next one.